Okay, and we're live. So this is welcome everybody to the Monday night relationship stream that does not yet have a name. I will be your good cop for the evening. I will be your host. My name is Margaret, and I'm just going to click around here for a second while everybody else just introduces themselves.
Okay. Guess I'm Manly Chicken. I'm back from last week for some reason.
I'm Aaron. I'm new to the stream. I'm in Los Angeles, California.
Sorry to hear that.
Not that bad.
I'm Michael. I'm from upstate New York. You can follow me at Hatch is Cooking. I'm just a conservative weirdo. That's it.
Nothing wrong with being a conservative weirdo. So usually with with these streams, we haven't quite figured out the perfect way of running them yet. But mostly we just go around, read other people's relationship problems, and either offer something constructive, some constructive criticism, or just make fun of them because they're ridiculous. Last time we were going around reading. I think last stream was the one when we were reading everybody who was upset because their boyfriend and or girlfriend was a Trump supporter, and we were just reading everybody who had relationship problems with the Trump supporters and their family. But one big thing was in the news this week. It was the Super Bowl, and I wish you knew more about it.
Mm-hmm. So basically,
we don't do that here. Since
I actually watched it, basically two teams, the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. Everybody was super pissed off at the Patriots and just super politicized because the star quarterback, Tom Brady, the head coach, and the owner all are Donald Trump fans.
He's a handsome man.
So at around halftime, the Patriots were down by 25 points, and everybody was gloating about how this was a huge blow to white nationalism and white supremacy. And then Keck, being the little trickster that he is, he shined his light upon us, and the Patriots managed to come back and win in overtime. So you got all these people like Sean King just saying before, they're like, note to America, this is what happens when Trump picks your team, 21-3, halftime. Let me see if I can. There's another dude who's got a Photoshop picture of like a little translucent smiling Martin Luther King Jr. smiling down on a Patriots player who's on the ground for hashtag Black History Month for the culture. And then this isn't necessarily a political one. No, it is. George Takei, everybody's favorite, says, this reminds me of when Gryffindor came back to defeat Ravenclaw in the 46 Quidditch finals. Now that was a game.
What a fucking loser.
And then
Who says that? Holy fucking loser. That's
Quidditch is real life, guys. It's not like we have any other social touchstones for us to go off of except for a children's book.
Thousands of years of literature. None of it matters. Harry Potter and Star Wars.
That's actually a big problem in universities these days. Profs will try to use biblical references, or they'll try to use references to like Greek mythology. Nobody knows what it is.
Yeah.
You know? So the books that we should know as a society, like the Bible, nobody reads that or teaches that anymore. So the profs can't use and good for you.
That's actually a really awesome book. It's got plague, incest, destruction. It's got like all the cool shit.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. If you ever need ideas for revenge, try Christianity.
That's not even the first. The first reply to that is somebody saying to George Takei, "Except the Patriots equal Slytherin." So it's like she got him there. The Patriots.
I don't get the reference. I don't get it.
It's because I guess Slytherin is the bad guys in the books.
Yeah, they're the snakes. Are they?
Yeah.
Wait, has anyone here actually read the Harry Potter books, like all of them?
No.
I've read them multiple times.
One and a half.
I've gone to the midnight purchases of the books. I've seen all the movies.
I believe
but I don't use like I have a Harry Potter wand around here somewhere, and I have like a Harry Potter bookend. Like I love Harry Potter, but it's
not a euphemism. She actually has the wand.
Yeah, like it's not the real wand. But it's also a children's book, and I'm aware of that. I also read other books. I've been reading a Scott Adams book, and I have just reading one of the the Trump books.
You read real literature like Twilight.
I've never
Yeah.
actually read Twilight. I've avoided that.
I've been getting super into those novelizations of the Avengers movies.
That's a thing.
Probably. I don't fucking know.
Wait, do you mean like the comic novelization or an actual?
No,
like...
they probably have like a book novelization. Like they always do that. Like to encourage reading, they always, whenever there's a major motion picture out there, they always adapt into a novel or something. So if a big movie's coming out and you want to know how it ends, just pick up the book novelization. It'll probably spoil the ending for you.
That is cheating. Do it.
Taking it back to relationships a little, I dated a girl for 2 years who every night would read Harry Potter, the same like Harry Potter book. I don't know how I dumped her. I don't know.
That's just odd.
It was no. I mean,
It was like I can't take it.
How basic can you be?
There are other books.
I tried telling her that.
The Harry Potter book is based off of Greek mythology. There's a lot of other books that are very similar to Harry Potter. Like it's a really well-written book, meaning there are 50 other books written just like it.
Like Percy Jackson and the Olympians. My favorite young adult novel series.
Oh, I like the young adult novels where it's just like, pretty boys and magical ponies and stuff, and very feminine
that's what
in
it
that
is.
sense.
Yeah, young adult fiction has really gone downhill.
Has it? I haven't really been keeping up. Has anybody dated anybody who's just completely read the worst books ever? Have you ever had to lie to somebody about that their favorite book was just awful? I had to do that once to Ryan Hobb books.
I think I dated a girl who might have been illiterate, but I like.
How can you not know that?
Well, I mean, maybe exactly.
What does that sign say? It says "Stop, honey."
I never saw her read, and I don't think we ever talked about things we'd read. But I can't name one where we did talk about it and it was a problem. But yeah, I seriously don't know if that girl could read.
I've had this copy of 1984 just sitting on my windowsill for like months.
Have you read it?
Not yet. I've been intending to. I want to.
It's a painful book to read in high school, but if you like go back later after you've read it and read it as an adult, it's like, wow.
But it kind of sucks because now everybody's like, all these college students and like new adults who just got out of college, they're like, oh, I got to read 1984 because it's going to show me what Trump's America is going to be like. So now it almost feels like, oh, fuck, I'm late to the party.
Now it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast about that other book that guy wrote, Animal Farm. I guess when he first tried to publish it, nobody wanted to publish it because they were like, this is clearly about Russia. And they're kind of our friends right now. It's like, can you not try to piss off Russia? Because this is the most obvious anti-Russia book I've ever seen.
Oh, fuck. I don't remember who it was, but somebody was convinced that Animal Farm wasn't actually about Russian communism. They were sure it was just about like some kind of collectivism or something. It didn't have any ties to Russia whatsoever.
It has a fucking character named Trotsky.
Yeah. Yeah, he just ran into names. He's like, here's Snowball, here's Boxer the horse, and Trotsky.
Napoleon was another. Napoleon the pig.
Yeah.
Wasn't exactly
Babby's first political satire.
It didn't work. They make you read this shit in high school and it didn't work. They're like, okay, here's why communism fundamentally doesn't work. And then all these fucking 17-year-olds go, capitalism is the devil. And they're tweeting on their fucking nice toilets on their iPhones.
Hashtag resist capitalism or something.
Yeah, that picture of Shoe on Head with the purple hair from her parody account, giving the finger.
I dated a guy who used to read a lot of that Chuck Palahniuk guy, but it's such a guy author, I never wanted to read it. The guy who wrote all the Fight Club books.
Yeah.
He did a bunch of books by this guy on his shelf, and I just never any desire to read it.
The one that he tried to write for girls was called Invisible Monsters, and it was motherfucking awful. Like, he couldn't write women for shit. They were like his concept of women was that they were like obsessed with appearance and makeup, and there was nothing beyond that. And, you
Is
know,
that
he
not
might be
true?
right sometimes, but not, you know, it was boring as fuck.
I don't know. That sounds pretty accurate.
It was just fucking boring. I don't want to read a whole book of that, though. You know, you can summarize
That's
that.
a fair point.
Have you ever given like a book as a gift to somebody?
They
Do
never
people
read
gift
it.
books? Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Do people actually read them if you give it to them?
No.
I
I
got a
just feel like
book.
they'll just sit on the coffee table. It's like, oh, I'll get around to it.
Yeah, that's me. I got
I'll learn.
over a year ago. I got a birthday present, like a big, even like comic book. It was a comic book. I still haven't read it because I just feel like my time is better spent sleeping. I love naps.
Some comics are good.
Wait,
Yeah.
there's actually a gift I got. It was a book from an ex-girlfriend when we were dating. We were dating at the time. And this was actually a really cute experience. It's a Solaris, if anyone's ever read it, which is a romance, kind of a space romance novel. But all throughout it, she had underlined and highlighted all the passages that she thought were particularly good prose or something. So when I read it, it was kind of like reading it with her. Like she was there pointing out all the things that she thought was nice. It was very romantic.
Oh,
That
that's
was one of
cute.
the only times I ever read a book that was gifted.
I thought you said slow loris, like the cute little thing with big eyes that climbs on trees.
I
Well,
thought
I fucking read that book. Yeah.
for some reason I thought he said like walrus or something. It's a walrus book.
I'd read that.
Solaris. They made a movie of it, I think, for the lazy people.
I think the only successful book gift that I've been a part of was trying to track down the person who the gift was for. The book, their favorite author wrote another book in the 1950s that went through one print run. So me and her husband tried to figure out where the hell to find this book. I suggested to him that if he could find this book, because her favorite, her favorite author wrote like 3 books and she'd read 2 of them. And then the third one only had 1 print run. I said, if you could find that book, you know, he eventually spent God knows how much on eBay finding it. But that was one of the best book gifts ever because it was an author that she really wanted. It was a rare book.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think that's probably the better way to buy books for people. Because it's really difficult to be like, you should think like this guy. Because a lot of books are they're like essays. They're trying to get you to change your mind. So I find that it might be slightly rude as a gift to be like, here, you're thinking wrong.
Yeah,
Think like this.
they call that the descriptive versus prescriptive as narratives.
Huh.
You know, there's books that we read
Yeah.
that are just like, here's a bunch of shit. And then there's books that we read that are like, here, be like me. You know?
Does that work? There's no way that works. I don't.
It totally works. People are
Does
pretty
it?
gooey until they're in their 20s, I've noticed. I mean, think of all these college kids. You know?
Oh, I'm a little old now.
They can just be like, be like me, I'm cool. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I want the chat to know that we are reading you, chat. And hello, Johnny. Johnny's like, oh, Margaret's not reading me. Yeah, so I guess rare books. I don't know. I don't think anybody in a relationship has given me a book. Like I've gotten them from family. It's hard to say. It's yeah, I guess if it's a descriptive book, that might be better. Or if it were a rare copy of something that I would, you know, obviously enjoy.
Yeah, maybe if it's like, if it doubles as an antique, you know, as an artifact, it'll hold its value.
That's true.
Yeah, I have a bunch of like stolen books at the university I went to. At one point, I was like just a small town around it. So the houses that have been rented out for decades on end. Like people just wouldn't live in half the houses. And one of the houses I was staying in, there was just over decades, there was this giant library downstairs of people having stolen books from the school's library. So I was able to get my hands on so I stole the stolen books and I was able to get actually a few like out of print books about Celtic studies and a few things like that. So,
well, show them.
degenerate.
People still read as much.
Not on me.
Do people do? I got that Audible thing. I asked it because I don't have the time.
You sound like you're getting raped by a robot, dude.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Someone in
The
the chat's
stream keeps
asking, what about
lagging.
Gibbon's history of the decline and fall of the Roman Empire? I like Edward Gibbon to the point where I get slightly annoyed that he's very much an atheistic writer, Edward Gibbon is, so he does not say very many lovely things about the role of the Catholic Church. So I generally avoid Gibbon, but he's had a few good lines. That line he had about Alexander the Great surveying his kingdom and weeping. It's pretty good.
Huh.
Great line.
Okay, so this is the relationship thing that you sent, and this is. I think it's already solved. You just need to read the headline. You don't need to read the story. It's like, okay, so you found out your husband was cheating on you. What of it?
The 32 female found Tinder on my husband's phone.
Yeah. Okay.
I just thought that was
story. That's the beginning and the end of the story, all there, all in one.
I've been thinking about like how Tinder and everything works and why it's such an odd thing for me. And so I've been trying to figure out why internet dating just seems like such a different, odd thing to me. And if you look it up, of course I'm no psychologist, but there's something called social penetration theory. So make all your jokes. But it's like the onion layer of relationships, where everybody normally starts out going through the outer layer. You go through like age, sex, location, like the biographical details. And then under that, that's when you get into your hobbies, the games that you like, the music that you like, fashions. So that's where a lot of your casual friends are. So your friends that you know from dance class, or that you go to restaurants with, but you don't really hang out with. And then after that, you get into deeper things like religious and political convictions, and then fears and fantasies, and then you get down to your inner self. But with Tinder, everybody's throwing everything up there all at once. So. And
then they ignore it and they just say, "Oh, that girl's fucking fat." Left swipe.
well, it gets to the point where it's not the way that a relationship would ever normally proceed. A relationship would proceed where you get to know the person, like what they look like, where they're at, and then you'd slowly get to know their hobbies. And then the more time that you spend with them and the more, communication and like secondary communication that you would have with them, kind of wraps up as you continue to get to know them, see if you like them. And then after, a few weeks or months of knowing somebody, you would get into the religious or the political, the very, very personal things. But now everybody just writes that on their profiles. It's just absolutely obvious to everyone right away. So you never even get that initial.
Is such a romantic. She's such a romantic.
Super romantic.
It's fun. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh, no, there's a professor I used to know who I asked about online dating once. I have some cool stories for this, but he said these sites are all based on the faulty assumption that people know who they are and know what they want.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like yeah. Do I really know? Deep. Yeah, it's deep, man. Real deep. Yep. Like fucking, I don't know, like the political affiliation of the girl I want to date or her religion. I was like, Margaret is correct. That should be something that happens after you decide whether or not you like the person. Period.
On the plus side, it helps you weed out the crazies.
That's true.
You got somebody who has like
I got a couple of those stories.
Feminist bitch, bi, in an open relationship.
I mean, that's like
that's a very valid point.
I'm from
like that should be something incredibly personal if you're like polyamorous into having like do you like dodgeball? Like what's your hockey team? Little things. So it's
Dogs
odd that
nice.
you could end up hooking up with somebody without actually knowing what their favorite band is or what sort of music they like, when that should be something that you would know first off. And that's where all your casual friends would live. Like I know a lot about the hobbies of my casual friends because that's why they are my casual friends, because I see them while I'm engaging in that hobby. That's why I can get along with people, because we just don't talk about politics. We have so many other hobbies to talk about. We never have to get to that deeper layer of onion. But then again, we're not like making out with each other, so there's really no need for either of us to divulge or get into the conversations about politics or religion.
Wait, you're pretty fucking romantic if you think that you need to like talk about deeper things in order to stick your tongue in someone's mouth. It's pretty damn romantic in my opinion.
I have high standards.
One thing I've noticed on online dating that's kind of concerning is there's a lot of dudes in the saying, just in the women's section, like not even like transgendered people, like just straight up dudes with beards and like Larry 35. Hey, I'm Larry. I'm like, what? I'm pretty sure.
What do they say about themselves? What are these 35-year-olds like? Are they manly?
I don't remember because I always swipe right immediately or swipe. Yeah, I swipe right immediately. I swipe left immediately. I'm looking for
what's the euphemisms are they using anyway? I've never tried online dating. I don't know.
Swipe left is ignore. Swipe right is like.
The reason that I'm able to remember that is that I just saw one. It must have been somebody's real profile, but somebody posted a photo, and their profile said, "Swipe the direction of your political affiliation." So, yeah. It's pretty good, pretty clever.
Oh, that's clever.
I had I don't know if I've mentioned any of this, but I had a social experiment that I did involving online dating. I found on OkCupid.
Is that what you're calling them? They were mistakes. They were experiments.
Hear me out. I found the best match and the worst match, and I started dating both of them in the state of California. And
wow.
Yeah, I know.
That is really something.
Yeah, I actually really got along with the worst match way better initially, but the best match actually stayed the course. We wound up dating for like 6 months. Yeah,
that actually does sound interesting.
I mean, I don't think a robot can tell you who you like. I mean, I just don't think it's possible. I think it's all just a farce.
At least not yet. Maybe in like 100 years or so. Who knows?
What, the sorting robot will tell us who to mate with? Speaking of 1984, dude. Like,
I'm just waiting until the Matrix becomes real. I have to. I'm just waiting for the Matrix to become real so I can jack in and just stop working out.
Guy, the Matrix is already real.
Well, I don't have $800 to buy an HTC Vive.
Didn't you go to Reddit and see like the glitches board that has all the Matrix glitches? That's a thing.
Yeah, the Mandela effect.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
We don't have time for the Mandela effect. That's a 20-minute truth bomb right there.
Like
we're not going to do like Joe Rogan Experience where Alex Jones is on just getting stoned and drunk. Might be one of the best streams ever.
Yeah, anyone?
I'd like to hear Alex Jones talk about relationships. That would be funny. Just his idea of the perfect woman.
A woman who stands up to the globalists and buys his water filters.
Is Alex Jones married? Do we know about him? Does he like have a wife or a family or anything?
I don't know. Anyone want to look that up?
I'll look it up. Fuck it.
There's no record of Alex Jones before 10 years ago. He just kind of appeared.
It's because all those chemtrails.
Yeah. He's a.
I agree with him on a few things. Chemtrails, I absolutely do not. Fucking crazy.
Well, everybody, all like popular political pundits or whatever, you have to agree. Everybody probably agrees with everyone on something, or else like they wouldn't be popular. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to. I think there's at least some kind of base, like, I don't know what to call it, but like base ideals that everybody believes in. If that makes any sense. So like you'll hear Alex Jones say like, I don't know, the situation in fucking Paris, it's blah blah blah, and then it sounds like nonsense, but it definitely sounded smart in my head.
I think it's ideal if one person is ultra political, the other person just does not care.
My dad
that's accurate. That's accurate. That is exactly what I have.
Just like a lot of your hobbies or a lot of your anything. Just if the other person does not care, it's like great. Like I don't ever care to hear about belly dance from you, Margaret. Like I never care to hear about ukulele strings. I never care to hear about any of your hobbies. You go do that with your friends. That's much more ideal in my eyes.
That's the end goal. I think my idea for the end goal society.
How do you get to that point?
My ideal society involves everybody just not giving a shit about other people's like political beliefs or skin color. Like not even like accepting them. It's just I don't fucking care, dude. Because fake caring and like, or at least like super caring leads to the society today where everybody's like got to stick up their ass and is pretending to care about like everyone just to make themselves feel better.
Well, you just described Democrats perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's basically that.
Yeah, I think I've only dated leftists actually, but that's I was originally from Berkeley, California. There aren't any right wingers. There's just none.
Yeah,
they don't exist.
Yeah, they're not there. You gotta go to Grindr for that.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta go to a dating site for hard right Republicans.
That's the one.
Is that a thing?
Grindr?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, Grindr's the gay site. It's the gay
Did he Google it?
I think we've gone off rails a little.
I think we should.
Talking to Alex Jones, I think chat was saying that
I like
Alex
these
Jones
rails.
was divorced. So I don't know. What do you think happened to his wife? The chemtrails got her, or did she accidentally drink
There's
non-filtered
chemtrails.
water?
Everyone's saying she
There's
was
definitely
a Jew.
chemtrails. By the way, where's the chat you keep talking about? I don't see it anywhere.
Here, I'll post a link in
There's
our
a chat?
secret chat. It's in the Google
This is
Hangout.
a lot
there.
of work. Oh, it's on YouTube. That's why.
Yeah.
You need more monitors to keep an eye on everything.
I found. Did you guys do
Oh,
this
I
one
see.
yet? I got an actual relationship.
Oh wow,
thing
people
from Reddit.
actually watch this.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Jeez, I feel bad now.
They've been wasting their time.
That's fun. Oh, while we take a look for the next little thing that we can talk about, I've been trying to think of a name for the stream because that name is too long. The Monday Night
Just
Relationship
call it the
stream
Margaret
still needs a name.
McLennan show. Come on.
No, that's all. I don't.
You know you
I
wanna
hate to.
call it that.
I hate branding with my own name, especially if it's just like shit posting but making fun of other people's problems. Oh my god, that is my entire life.
$1 million
fair
extreme. That's what we
I
should
was
call
gonna say
ourselves.
that's
Million Canadian dollar moderate. I was kind of thinking for a catchy name. How about this? Maybe Love.
That sounds pretty good.
I
hate
fucking hate it. That's awful.
Well, then, okay, what else? That's why it is
I
called
just
a
don't get it.
suggestion.
Margaret on the right. I don't know.
No,
Oh god.
I would subscribe to that. Margaret on the
well,
right.
yeah,
Well,
I'm trying to figure out, because all I know is that
I
the
got
stream,
one.
I want it to be mostly about heterosexual sex, preferably in the missionary position,
Gross.
not necessarily
Gross.
for the production
Gross.
of children.
That's gross.
Yeah, I want to be really, really gross and mostly just stick to right-wing conservative stuff. As
How
much as I
about-
love my gay and transgender friends, I'd like to have a love and relationship
geez.
stream that has nothing to do with them.
I
No
think
trannies in the
Fucking
in the stream.
degenerates. Am I right?
straight people can be perverts too, Margaret. Straight people can be fucking perverts too.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of problems going on there. like we have our own stuff to take care of.
All right.
We don't need to try to start fixing things with the lesbians.
How about we call ourselves Kotaku?
That's gross. That's even
No,
gross.
that's gay.
Wait, what's that?
It's too gay.
People in the chat might have some good ones.
Gonna make a
Somebody
soundbite
said,
out of that.
somebody said the pussy grabbers or something.
No, somebody says straight talk.
That's a good
That's pretty good. I'm writing that down. I think that's a winner. Who just said that? Androvsky. I'm
That's
writing
pretty
that down.
creative.
Nice. I'm for it.
That's a good one.
So let's ride the straight
Conservative
talk for now. Let's
consummation.
pretend that this is straight talk.
Yeah.
All right.
Red pill for blue balls.
Who keeps saying that? Somebody keeps saying that.
I got a Reddit
Because I
thread.
still want to be able to talk about like filthy stuff. I learned a new term today. I wish I had like background noise to be like Jeopardy's, because I want to know if you guys can guess without Googling. I want you guys to guess what this phrase means.
I think there's a soundboard in this app.
Is there a
No, there's
soundboard?
not. Somebody told me there was, but they're a filthy liar.
I could draw.
Liars.
I don't know.
Either way, but yes, I do have.
There's something.
Here's my one question for you guys this evening. Who can accurately describe, who has any idea what this phrase means? Retrograde ejaculation.
Wait, I got a guess. I got a good guess.
That's
Okay,
Wagner
what's your
fuel.
guess?
My
don't
guess
think I
is
wanna
that
know.
you somehow come and it goes inside of you and it hurts a lot.
That's really close. That's really,
you-
really, really very
you
close. Can
accidentally
anyone else
come
take
back.
another guess?
You
that
accidentally
like
come
shooting blanks?
backwards.
Well, it's just because you guys know what the word retrograde means.
No, it's like the gun exploding.
Your balls swell.
It's actually a condition wherein your semen goes into your bladder. So
Oh, God.
Nailed
yeah,
it.
it's
That's perfect.
it is
You never get
retrograde.
it.
Well,
So
I
it
mean,
does.
you skip.
Why
You
can't
skip
and it
the
can be-
digestion part.
But I wouldn't really recommend. It doesn't hurt, but it can be associated
wouldn't
with
recommend it.
diabetes or like after you've had surgery or in your prostate. It just kind of weakens the muscular walls that would hold off your
What?
bladder from your urethra.
Jesus.
So that is our
On-
phrase for the evening: retrograde.
That is
ejaculation.
On the
horrifying.
plus side, you don't have
Just
to
call
wear
the
a
stream
condom
that.
or worry about pregnancy.
Well, you'll probably still shoot a few. It'll be mostly
I
blank.
mean,
It's gonna be
I
some
think that's a
information.
bad trade-off.
You get like
I'm not
little,
willing to take that deal.
You get a little dab of super glue or something. Put that on like 10, 20 minutes before.
Yeah, someone in the chat is saying this went from straight talk to cock talk real fast. That's the thing. I'd like to just be able to have like a right-wing Lacey Green thing where it's okay to talk about biology and it's okay to talk about, boning and dating and relationships, but without the whole.
It's okay to stop shaving or
After you met somebody on Tinder, it's totally okay to have a foursome with them.
Is she still doing
that's
those?
not? I think
Lacey
so.
Green. Lacey Green.
Is Lacey still doing those like anal videos?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Those were a thing. She made those.
Okay.
Are you sure that wasn't just something that's on Pornhub with some chick with glasses?
Oh. Wait. Never mind. False alarm.
Wasn't Lacey Green does kind of sound like a porn name.
It's the I in the name. Anything that you can put a heart over is trouble.
Like Candy or something.
Is that her actual name?
It's probably
There's no
like
way that's
Lucille.
her actual name.
Probably like Lucille or something. Let me see.
That's
She's
gross.
probably got.
That's what I want to name my daughter. She's not allowed.
Lacey Green.
Ugh.
A fun aside, you said
Green.
retrograde ejaculation.
Sounds like a stripper name.
I mean, she's Mormon. Apparently, I just looked her up on Wikipedia.
Really?
It doesn't say Lacey's the nickname, so I'm assuming that's her actual name. And her fucking Wikipedia page.
Mormons don't have boobs like that.
Her Wikipedia page, her picture in it, it's disgusting. Like there's so much gum and it looks like fluid is leaking out from like her lips. She has like a horse face.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Or is that like a piercing?
I mean, that's how
I
she
don't know.
normally looks. Oh, Jesus.
How old is she anyway? Because whenever I see her mentioned on like
27.
Oh,
different
Christ.
poll threads and everyone's always like, well, I'd still like to hate fuck her. So she can't be that old. So
She's
I think
like-
that she must have penetrated a younger American audience.
Or they penetrated her.
Well, they think about it a lot angrily. Print out photos and the like.
I mean, there is that one picture that guy in Omegle snagged from like years ago.
What?
Yeah, no, there's a picture of her in a bra that floats around from time to time. You can look it up, chat.
That's
This
okay.
is a special gift from me to you.
It's not great.
But before you
I don't know,
do,
if it's just a picture in somebody's bra, I'm honestly fine with that as somebody who's a belly dancer and who trances around wearing all
no,
sorts
you
of
don't see
things.
like nipple or ass or nudity or anything.
Oh yeah. Well, there's only so many square inches on a female body that you need to keep covered.
That's true.
But like
Pretty
before
much
you
keep
do
it covered with band-aids, really.
Jeez.
the American dream, in some cities in America, you don't even have to cover up.
Nope.
Like New York City.
That Kaiti says in the chat, I just came to see what Mara was wearing.
Okay, wait a second. What was the last thing you said? New York City? Because I live in
New York City girls
Say that
can go
again?
topless.
Really?
Why? I live in Canada.
know,
It's
it's
cold
cold.
out here. I don't even know what the laws are here. It's probably fine to go out topless here, but everyone would just be like, it's cold. If nobody would be like, oh, put a shirt on. We'd be like, what the fuck? It's freezing.
They don't even have to make it illegal. It's like common sense, right? It's like they get frostbite and they'd fall off. You'd be like that
Well, they
girl
won't fall off. They'll just.
They have to
I
think,
surgically remove your tits. It would be like.
I still think that clothing or lingerie is sexier than being naked.
I agree.
Yeah. Also, Margaret, question. What the fuck is pansexual? What does that mean?
I'm
Well,
not
that means
sure.
that-
I know. That means
That sounds
you.
like nonsense.
I'm not sure. I was looking
That
at
sounds like
Lagostina
nonsense.
pans
I know
the
what
other
it
day,
means.
so I was thinking about pansexuality.
Pansexuality means
I'm
that
still
you're
looking
only,
at Lacey Green's article.
Yeah, like that face.
She
Oh
writes
my
she's
god.
literate?
No, the Wikipedia article with her face, with the picture. Right?
Okay, so her dad was a Muslim. That explains a lot. Who
Muslim?
became a Mormon. He became a Mormon. All right, okay.
Wow,
I
so
don't
she's
understand
actually
this.
risking being murdered. Then in that case, you go, Grim.
Well,
At the I like the bottom
her
of
father was a Muslim.
at the bottom of Lacey Green's articles. There's a little category called death threats, but it's not what you think it would be about. In 2012, Lacey Green received death threats via the internet after she used the pejorative term "tranny" in a video. So that's it. Like it's for some reason I thought it was going to be like
A list of people who have threatened
Her
her.
being threatened.
or just like
Oh,
yeah that and like for being a feminist on the internet, she got death threats.
Oh my gosh, I
Go
was at
home,
a
girl.
political event this weekend. So it's really great. I love the right-wing political events because everyone
saw
just
that.
gets loaded and like nobody. It's kind of everyone like after about 10 o'clock at night, everyone turns off their phones and nobody takes pictures because it's a lot of like important people just like wrecked. So it's like one time a year where we can just be completely silly. So I was just about to leave there and I ran into one of my friends and he's kind of like well respected and he'll probably run for like provincial leadership someday. And he was like, "So Margaret, like, oh, I see you're doing well on the internet." And I'm like, yeah. He's like, "I'm a little worried about all the threats you seem to be getting." And he's like, "But as long as you can handle it."
It's okay, Margaret.
Like,
You can
I'm a
use that.
little
To your,
worried.
it's a good thing.
I repost a lot of the funnier stuff on my Facebook because I think it's
Yeah.
funny, and everyone's like, have you called the police yet?" I'm like, "No, like I'm too busy laughing."
What are they gonna do?
It's okay. You can use that for your advantage and run for office later.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yes.
I still have
is
this.
Brianna
company-
Wu really gonna run?
Yes, she's already put out a campaign ad, which is fucking
No,
great.
no,
if you
no, no,
haven't
no,
seen it.
no.
Can we
No, no.
make campaign
No.
ads for her?
No.
Yes,
She could crowdsource that.
She fought the alt right and won. Like
Make
her
penises great again.
her ad specifically mentions Gamergate. Like the average voter in fucking Massachusetts will know what that is. Like
She still had nothing to do with Gamergate. She's actually a game programmer. Nobody in Gamergate is trying to tell her to like stop making games. Everyone in Gamergate, to my knowledge, is like, "You're an actual programmer. We don't care that you're trans. You have nothing
she's not
to do
even
with
a
this
programmer. I
conversation."
don't think. I don't even know what she is. She's like a
She still
designer.
made an actual game that works. So
Yeah, well,
I don't think anybody
the
really
only
knows
people
what she is.
the only people telling Brianna Wu to stop making games is the people who actually spent money on them. But like,
It's funny because it's true.
her ad is great. It's just like it starts off with like a montage of just news clips about Donald Trump and stuff, and the best like, which is fucking
Link me to
hilarious
it. I have to
the
see
person.
it. Link me to it.
Okay,
I have to see this.
the best part is Brianna Wu is running against a Democrat. So like all this fucking talk about Donald Trump is fucking pointless.
I mean, they're basically saying the exact same things, I'm sure.
And there's like she isn't actually shown in the ad itself. I just posted it. Like she isn't actually in the ad. There's stock footage of a woman riding a motorcycle that's supposed to look like her that they bought off the internet.
That's really for the best.
Yeah. So she
that's
couldn't
for the
even
best.
get on her motorcycle and just fucking drive for like 10 seconds.
Jesus, what did they make this? An MS Paint?
Yeah.
Looks like it, yeah.
I went to
Oh,
the.
yep, Planned Parenthood.
Oh my lord.
What does she care about Planned
Wait,
Parenthood?
why did she? Yeah, she's never
I
gonna
can
have a
think of
child.
one problem.
I think this is just a general thing, but I think the
That could
problem
be a
with like,
second.
a lot of like modern liberals is they like to live vicariously. Like that seems to be like a source of a lot of problems. Like they like to feel good without doing shit. So
That's why they like to have one designer child and then just make them do all of the things, as opposed to
Like-
right wingers who will just have 3 or 4 of them and just kind of hope that something works.
like you got all these people who are like, oh, fucking women's rights and all these causes when like they're fucking middle class white people who have all these
They got it pretty
like
good.
iPhones, or even like middle class black people and stuff. And then you got and that even ties into the Harry Potter shit that we were talking about, because you see all like you
Excellent
always
segue.
see. Yeah, it's a great segue, but you see all these fucking like all those signs about how if Hermione wasn't there, Harry Potter would have died in the first book. They're acting like this actually happened.
Shit. Well, now I can't read the books because it's spoiled. Wait, did she
Well,
die?
No, it said without.
I didn't finish the second.
No, it said Harry would have died in the first book. He doesn't.
He doesn't die, does he?
Well, he
Does
also would have died if it wasn't for Dumbledore, who's a man,
Yeah.
or
It's
Ron,
like, what
who's
the
also a
and
man.
and they're saying like women.
And a ginger.
If it wasn't for women, the Death Star would still be around. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The Death Star is a fictional space station.
I guess it's good to feel important.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's it.
I just want to take a short minute here to talk about the chat. The chat is saying you need to get the chat more involved and do like text to speech so they can interrupt these things.
That's what we'll do. We'll get like a
on balance.
Here's what
It'll be fun. I'll have like a bot just doing things, but I'm building a new computer. I have all of the parts over there. There's like an i7 and everything off in the corner.
Watch out.
So
Brianna Wu says that's really hard to do.
build a computer, really?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm being incredibly sexist, and even though I'm building it myself, I'm getting one of my male friends to come over tomorrow and go over everything I have here to make sure everything will run smoothly. But yeah, then after that, then we can do more fun things with these streams. We can have more bots going because I can have multiple monitors at once. It'll be fun. It'll be overclocked. It'll be fun.
Maybe we could do like a Twitch thing where you have to pay $1 or $2 to get your voice, your message to pop up. Like, you ever see one of
That
Bro
would be
Team's?
fantastic.
You ever see one of
Oh, yeah.
Bro Team's streams and he always has like the little voices interrupting him?
Mhm.
We could do that. Yes, you have to pay to like post a message on that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So I'll probably start doing I'll probably just turn into a Twitch girl. That'll be fantastic. So you can bother me
Do
twitching
be
things.
Brittany Venti. Pretend to
Oh, yeah,
cry.
really.
And then
I'm 10 years older than her, so I'll be like halfway like except like, oh, I also can't say things because this will affect my other job opportunities.
I can't stop trying to draw a Hitler mustache on you because we've been able to draw. And that's all we got. It's not working.
we'll be able to shitpost with a lot more intensity soon.
Yeah. I'm feeling deprived here. All we got is like these relationship things, and they're not delivering yet. We need something that's really juicy.
Oh, is that what we were doing?
That's
yeah,
what
we're reading
doing.
Reddit shit. I got one. Me, 24 female with boyfriend, 35 male, has quote unquote recommended that I stop getting tattoo and not lose weight.
Wait a second. Post that in the chat. I want to read along with this.
Yeah, I read that one.
Yeah, that one was.
Yeah, I just posted.
That's
Okay.
my,
You should enable linking in the
That's a weird one.
in the main like YouTube chat, so that way I can like post shit so people can read along.
one of my favorite Zen expressions with relationships and sex and love that I always repeat in my life is you're always someone's weird fetish, no matter what you are. You can't avoid
As somebody who has a particular illness, I can agree. Oh my gosh. Actually,
Are there fetishists for people with like your condition?
yeah, somebody sent me a picture of hentai ostomy porn the other day.
No,
Posted on my Twitter right now, actually. Give me 1 minute.
It's pretty
Can you
great.
Girls who are the
us
selfies.
that anti-ostomy porn? Like,
Yeah.
can you put that right here in the stream.
No, it's on my phone. I apologize.
If there's better proof of what I just said, I can imagine it.
I love you. Okay, just text me, alright? I love you.
Did someone's mom just come in the room or something? Jesus.
Alright. Love you.
I don't know what's going on.
So I just tweeted something horrific. Based on what I tweeted, that's why I never want to tell Twitter exactly where I work, because I'd still prefer to continue to tweet trash.
Be sure and throw this into
Yeah,
the
that's ill-advised.
so that this, people watching can enjoy along with us this
Okay.
wonderful porn.
See, I still want to be okay with things like this. I just want it to be just as filthy as any other thing. But instead of talking about transgender issues and LGBT issues, just
Oh boy.
straight people have so much messed up with them already. There's nothing wrong with just focusing on
Did
straight
fucking
troubles.
Shadman draw this? Did fucking Shadman draw this fucking ostomy porn?
I don't know, but it's so specific.
Well, he didn't. That's not his. That's clearly some kind of Japanese guy. But
I also find it odd because I think it's either a mirror image or something to do with bowel cancer because it's kind of on the wrong side. Generally, that's the wrong side that somebody's.
Oh Jesus!
Just got there.
What the fuck, man?
Wait, yeah, that
That
would
is
be
gruesome.
when two holes aren't enough.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not supposed to put anything in there. You're really not. I've met a lot of nurses that specialize in this, and I've met a lot of patients, and you're just not supposed to put anything in there.
I mean, why would you want to?
You wouldn't. You would never want to.
You just wake up and your finger in it.
That's the stuff of nightmares right there.
My friend that sent it to
I
me
wish I
just
had
messaged
looked at
me.
those.
He must be watching this right now. He says, I'm pretty sure that stoma is to show off the ovary, not bowels. So direct access to the ovary.
You gotta impregnate this clearly underage girl.
That's graphic. That's
Does someone
pretty bad.
in the chat have something to add to this? Because I'm without words.
Yeah, no matter what's wrong with you, there's always porn of it.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with talking about literally anything but that.
Yeah, that's generally how I feel.
I moved on.
I guess it's kind of in the place where her ovary would be.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't fantasize about ovaries. I don't know if this is abnormal, but do most guys sit around thinking about ovaries?
I try not to
think
think.
if you
Only
If you had
women.
a
I try
Only
to
women.
forget. I don't want to fuck up.
Guys don't even refer to ovaries. Just
So
Yeah.
let's go back to the fat bitch with tattoos.
Well, she's not that yet.
Who wants to read it?
I'll do
Margaret.
it if no one else will.
I will if
or him.
I mean,
Whatever.
1, 2, 3, not it.
I'll
Not
do it. I'll
Not
do it. I'll read the fat bitch with tattoos story. Should I start with like the edit, or should I just go right into the thing? Because there's a little edit paragraph at the top.
Just muff dive right into that.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Christ.
Is that too much?
That's
No.
gross. I'm just
Beautiful.
thinking of fat tattooed vagina. Ugh.
Just press your face right into those gym mats.
Just fucking read.
The
Please read.
smell. It smells so
Please
good.
read.
It smells like a
Please
fucking
read.
fish market.
Oh.
I
think
put
I'm gonna
my head
throw up.
away, and there's like a little mucus strand.
Poor Margaret's having a breakdown.
I killed her. She's dead.
No, it just reminded me I have to put the compost out tomorrow.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. I've been dating BF for about 7 months. We work for the same
boyfriend?
company in different
I'm way
departments.
too old.
He is older than me, if that makes a difference.
It
I am
does.
pretty heavily tattooed, 3/4 sleeves on both arms, and a slew of others. I make sure to always cover them at work to the best of my ability because we work in a pretty formal environment. But sometimes one or two will show. The tops of my feet when I wear flats, etc. Holy shit. Generally, though, they're always covered. BF told me that he extremely dislikes tattoos and that I'm not allowed to get any more. This was said jokingly, but he's repeated it several times. Frankly, I
he's
want
clearly
more. Frankly,
Wait,
I want
more tattoos? Or
yeah, and well, more of a lot of things. More
Food.
dick.
Always.
Frankly, I
Continue.
want more. He knows this. I don't know if getting them anyway would be getting them anyways would be disrespectful. Another issue I've had is that he's always harping on me to wear more colorful clothes. I even asked for his style/fashion advice. He one day told me out of the blue that I look like I'm going to a funeral whenever I'm at work. I actively idolize Wednesday Addams' wardrobe.
So is she
I'm sorry,
somebody like
how
me
old
who
is
just
this
wears
woman?
a lot of black and gray? And I wear an unacceptable amount of leopard print. But is she wearing like gothic shit, like gothic?
I think she's emo or something.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's kind of what it sounds
She's
like.
probably got
That's what it
dyed
sounds
black
like.
hair or some shit. And like piercings. I don't know.
that's straight
Nose
up.
ring, nipple
I'm always
ring.
so cut up about people who are into alternative fashion because I know professional performers who have tattoos and crazy hairstyles and dress crazy, but their job not only accepts it, it's almost encouraged. So I get
She
a little
probably looks
confused when I
like-
see normies doing it. It's like if I know somebody works in a tattoo parlor and also works in the creative industry, it's like and does like acrobatics for their hobby, it's like that's okay. It's like that makes a lot of sense, and also they have nice tattoos. But then you see these other normies trying to.
She probably looks
Normies
like
just
Debbie.
shouldn't.
She probably looks like
I've seen
Debbie
some
from
really bad tattoos.
this
I
girl.
know I've seen some bad tattoos.
I
My
dated a
brother
girl.
has a bunch of them.
I dated a girl who actually every Wednesday she'd dress up as Wednesday. So every time someone would say, what's
It's
with
not
the
very
outfit?"
creative.
Wednesday. I thought that was pretty cute.
I dated somebody with a Beavis and Butthead tattoo.
It's fucking
Ew.
great.
Wait a second. Was it?
Fuck, dude.
Wait, what was the tattoo exactly? Was it the words Beavis and Butthead, or actually?
No,
their
it was
heads?
Butthead's
Did it
face.
shake?
At least it wasn't.
That's
No,
really-
I remember
really
seeing it for the
unfortunate.
first time. I was like,
Where was it?
on the leg. I was like,
I don't want to
it's like
touch
I
it.
got it when I was really young. I'm like,
This is giving me ideas. Just King of the Hill, a Hank Hill face on like. I don't
that's
know,
actually
my
acceptable.
bicep.
I'd be a lot more willing to go for like a Hank Hill. Like I tell
That's
you
kinda
what, that would be good. Like
Just-
propane accessories, like right over the chest, like a Latin scroll.
Yeah.
Like
I have
pocket
a-
sand.
I have a Calvin tattoo, from Calvin and Hobbes.
Mhm.
I don't regret that at all.
I'm still working on my get fucked commies tattoo.
I just check out this posted in our Google Hangout chat.
That's pretty.
Oh,
sweet.
that Debbie.
Oh,
from
man. That's
Yeah.
sick.
No, after that.
see, that would be a lot more acceptable to me.
Just Google for those watching
kinda
on
quirky.
YouTube. Just Google Hank Hill tattoo. It's like the first one. And then so let's keep going.
I
One of my
remember-
girlfriends said that she almost got a good Charlotte tattoo when she was about 14
Ew.
or 15. She was like, to the end of my days, she's like, that'll be the best decision I ever went through. She's like, I almost got it. She's like, thank fuck, I did not.
I just
But
kind
Why
of
would
like.
you let a 14-year-old girl get a tattoo? That's a bad idea.
Well,
I grew
Fourteen year
up-
olds
she
don't
lived
make
in a
good
very
ideas.
rural area and she did not like boys. So she was already a little out of the loop. She's my favorite. She's the lesbian version of me.
People
That
have
So she's not allowed on this channel.
people
I did
have Bill
Do you have a
Cosby
picture?
tattoos.
No.
Here's a good one. People have Bill Cosby tattoos.
Oh, that's funny.
As a tramp stamp.
Yeah, that would be great though.
A Bill Murray tramp stamp, I think, would be acceptable because you'd laugh every time. You'd be like,
Because the joke is it's become Bill Murray is just in that situation. Like that's the joke.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would ruin a lot of things. You'd have to turn the lights completely off, but he'd still think about it.
Well, what age Bill Murray is it? You know, like
Well, I was just thinking like name and like Roman lettering or maybe like a quote under it with like the Steve Zissou hat
No, I
on,
was thinking just Bill Murray's face.
like, staring.
Yeah.
No one will ever believe you.
And then let's keep
And
going.
that'd be
though.
your Bill Murray story.
Oh yeah, let's get back to the tattooed
The relation.
Lydia, the tattooed lady
I
here.
think it's pretty obvious that this guy has a fetish for fat chicks without tattoos. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
he's
that,
a bit of a dick.
just read it.
I'm actually kind of on her side in this.
Yeah. Now the issue is that I want to lose weight and become more fit, which is admirable in this day and age. I have a desk job and generally feeling like crap every day being so sedentary. He is vehemently against this and insists he likes my body and everything else, so he's a chubby chaser. Well, the appreciation is
Booty,
nice.
actually, he says. It says
Well,
booty.
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 Well,
Important distinction to make.
the
I'm guessing
appreci-
that this lady is white.
the appreciation is
Yeah.
nice.
Only white girls say that.
Can we guess that the guy is black, though? Is that racist?
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, if he doesn't like see, my thought is maybe
So
he's
much.
black because he doesn't like tattoos.
Buddy likes fat chicks.
He
Yeah.
likes ass. I want to feel and look better. I'm beginning to question why he keeps feeling the need to mold me to his standards. I never asked or forbid anyone I've dated to do anything modifying their appearance, and I think it's just strange. We joke around a bit and are often snarky to each other. I never touch on his personal appearance. Am I being too sensitive? Is this a weird controlling issue that he has? TLDR, BF doesn't want me to get more tattoos and wants me to dress differently. Is now against me getting more fit, claiming to like my body the way it is. Am I being too sensitive? This dude's a fucking weirdo. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'm based on the
Very
title, I
insensitive.
was not going to side with her, but now I'm saying, you know what, lady, I'm going to side with you. Get more tattoos if you want. As somebody who does not like tattoos, it's like, fuck it, lady, get more tattoos if that's what you want. It's probably
Become
not
like-
going to work out with this guy.
I'm like that
if
lizard
he's
man.
having trouble with that, like that's just kind of a personal thing where you're almost not really allowed to put that on somebody else if they have tattoos when you start dating them. It's like,
I mean, it'd be one thing if he just like wants her to eat a little healthier and, but it's tattoos. Those are kind of staying.
like on the healthy eating sort of thing, like with tattoos, that's not necessarily a lifestyle adjustment, but But if you're eating and exercising a certain amount, you want your partner to do that as well. So if you like to go on a hike on the weekends, you want them to come with you.
Yeah.
Hiking.
So maybe he's just not very active himself. He could just be slimmer and not very active.
Is it a black guy?
Here's what I think he should. This is what the girl should do. She should get tattoos on 100% of her body. She should go all out. She should become the fucking lizard man. You guys ever
Nipple
seen Lizard
rings,
Man?
tongue ring.
Yeah, with giant fucking gaps, and she should like cut her tongue in half, like get her tongue forked.
Oh. Irreparable damage.
I just realized this hiking is a white person activity. So
Hell yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton was
Non-white
not
people
hiking.
So many of my
that's
friends
true.
are white and Asian, so I forget. I live in Canada. It's all whites and Asians here, and Indians.
Wait a second. They have Asians in Canada?
Yeah, a lot of them.
They're great. There's a lot of property here, and Asians are very good to be like, there's a lot of property here. Why don't we buy it? Because these white people aren't doing it.
My old neighborhood
So
is
financially
completely
responsible.
my entire old neighborhood is now like completely Asians, and that's not racist because it's a fact.
I mean, it's just a race statement.
It's a race. It's a race statement. It's not a race fact.
I mean, that's fine.
Well, so there's a
If
weird
they want to go there.
There's a weird thing where it's like no matter what country you're in or city, you're going to find Chinese people and Jews anywhere in the world. Chinese people and Jews.
I love the Jews.
You're like you're in one of those villages that haven't made contact with society.
Okay, wait a second.
Like middle of Colombia or something. Just
Yeah, there's
also,
like-
geez,
Middle
there's a
of-
Chinese developer there.
You're in the middle of like you're in the
Is
middle
there
of
a
like
site that you can go to make Jewish friends? Is that a thing?
there's J-Date.
I can't believe J-Date is still around. That was a really well managed property.
You're in the middle of the fucking Amazon, and like you're an explorer, and you find this remote tribe, and then like this dude comes out, and he's got like the sideburns, and he's like, "Oi, the bagels around here are fantastic."
I'm really waiting for the whole I was thinking about this earlier because a few days ago I was invited to one of my friends' weddings, and he's white and he's marrying an Asian woman. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cute. I'm like, I can't even put this on my social media because everyone's gonna be like, why are you virtually signaling about having a friend who's entering into a mixed race marriage? It's like, because he's my fucking friend.
Wait,
so
people actually dislike that? I thought that was just like a running gag.
I think so, but then I sort of realized that if you talk about any of your friends that aren't white, people just assume that it's like virtue signaling. It's like I can't talk about my friends who are like mixed race or in mixed race marriages or who are not white or who are not straight.
Fucking
I went hiking with my non-black friend.
Fucking white genocide.
False.
Those fucking race mixers.
Yeah, I have non-Celtic friends, and it's just do not recommend.
It should be fine as long as you don't say like, hey, my white friend is marrying an Asian. If you're just saying like, hey, my friend's getting married, and just show the picture, as long as you don't bring attention to the race. Like, anybody who says, what are you doing? Virtue signaling? And like, what the fuck are you?
Well, they both met when they were teaching English in China, and they were both actually Canadian. So it's kind of funny. It's like, how did you meet her? It's like, oh, he was teaching in China with her, and they're like, I'm like, yeah, she's also Asian. I'm like, but she's as Canadian as everyone else because
you don't have to even mention that she's Asian. That's with getting me like a little ideal society.
I have
Asian,
the wedding,
but she's really nice.
And my board up there, and it's a very, very weeb invitation. Bless their hearts.
Very. It's got a picture. It's got the stoma picture.
No, it's got an anime eyes picture of the two of them.
Oh, jeez.
They both got their arms around around that picture you sent.
They're doing
They're
this.
No,
They're doing the
no.
victory. They're doing the anime, Pokemon anime thing.
Terrible.
They're
Did they
doing
really
the
do
V.
that? Did they do the V thing? Is that just
I guess they do. I've had a lot of friends who've taught in Korea.
Jesus?
Because I can think about all the PTSD they've had when Gangnam Style came out, and I guess the Koreans do the V because it makes their chin look thinner.
What?
So that's like a Korean thing. Yeah, like if you're speaking and if you do that around your face, it's just sort of like an extra visual that like kind of makes your chin look thinner and smaller.
They
I
do
guess that's the thing.
They do the V thing with their fingers. They came up with the Patrick Bateman meme.
Oh yeah,
No.
like the Huey Lewis sort of thing.
That. Somebody got it.
Can we just come out and say that American Psycho probably has the best sex scene I've ever seen in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah,
American Psycho has the best everything ever.
pretty much.
Oh, that was such a good movie.
It had a phenomenal soundtrack.
Everything.
Do you like Huey Lewis
The
in the news?
sequel was really bad.
Yeah, with Mila Kunis. It's one of those movies that.
Was that her?
Yeah, it was Mila Kunis.
Oh,
She played it.
geez.
It's great because it's one of those things where the studio has the rights to a movie, and then somebody pitches them a script, and they're like, "This script's mediocre. Let's use this license that we have and make it an official sequel." Like in the
Wait,
sequel,
are we talking about Fantastic Four? I wasn't.
No, we're talking about American Psycho 2.
Spiritual
Okay.
Mila
sequels.
Kunis. And the best
I
part
think
is
it's on Netflix.
the movie American Psycho 2 immediately shits on American Psycho 1 because they have Patrick Bateman being killed by Mila Kunis. Like he tries to murder Mila Kunis's babysitter. But the point of American Psycho is you don't know if he's actually crazy or if he's actually a murderer.
Yeah.
But this is like
Yeah.
in the canon
He's an
sequel,
unreliable narrator.
in the canon sequel, he is a murderer, and they don't even show his face. It's just like neck down because they of course couldn't get what's his name?
Christian Bale.
Yeah, they couldn't get Christian Bale to come back, of course.
He's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing this with fucking Meg from Family Guy.
I often wonder if younger people understand the joke that Mila Kunis is gorgeous and that's why she's playing Meg. But even in that 70s show, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I still think that Donna was hotter than Mila in that 70s show. So it was kind of funny.
What?
Really, this is why I think that
What?
Mila plays such a good Meg. I think that Donna is hotter than Mila.
Canadians are fucking weird.
I don't know.
I think
Because she's, I don't know, I'm a short person, so she's really like tall and has all like, the
Yeah.
red Celtic hair. So I'm like, that is beauty in my
Mila Kunis isn't even a good actress. Like, have you seen her Jim Beam commercials? Like, they play before YouTube sometime.
All of them.
They're all, well, if you have like a mobile device and don't have an ad blocker, you'll probably see him at some point. But she just has like the most.
I've
she
seen them all.
sounds fucking bored as shit. And she's trying to sound all seductive, but it just comes off like flat. She's like, Jim Beam with Apple. It's a national secret, or whatever the fuck she says.
Speaking of
Like,
seduction,
Kind of sound like those Lincoln commercials with Matthew McConaughey. God, I love those commercials.
I love.
speaking of seduction, I just found another thing that we can read over. I'll read it really quick. I posted it in the chat here. It's me, 26 female, still a virgin. I also have no idea how to
False.
send signals while on a date. Will I die alone?
Yes.
Yep.
So here's the article itself. As the title
Yes.
says, I'm
Wait,
a
do we have to read
26.
it?
Yeah, oh yeah. As the title says, I'm a 26-year-old virgin. I've only ever been in one serious relationship that ended when I was 20. Due to it being long distance, the fact that I was still sorting my
That's a problem.
sexuality, we never had sex. I have since realized that I am for sure on the asexual spectrum, but not against sex entirely. I want to be in a healthy, loving
What?
relationship where I'm able to satisfy my partner's needs. I love intimate contact, so I don't feel like I would be begrudgingly doing anything for them or anything like that. The other reason I have never had sex is I have been overweight my whole life, which has caused me to have
Called
an
it.
unhealthy relationship with my and find it very hard to believe that I'm sexy or that somebody could find me sexually attractive. Because of this, I've avoided sex out of embarrassment. Now I'm older and wiser. I know what I want in a relationship, and I feel I am emotionally ready for it. I have joined an online dating site and have been on a couple of dates that have gone absolutely nowhere. I don't know how to flirt and spend the whole time worrying what will happen if we get to date, say 5, and I'm not ready. It's moot because we never get past date 1 anyway. I feel like it's that my fear is that doubt is what's killing me. So please, how do I drop the I'm still a virgin bomb? How do I become less awkward on dates? TLDR, I'm a virgin and have no experience with dating at all. I want to find a relationship, but my dates all end up going nowhere. Advice?
Okay, this comment that I read, it nailed it.
It's so weird hearing Margaret narrate it.
Yeah. Based on a true story.
Being like, oh yes, like I'm an overweight virgin that nobody's ever wanted to take out on a second date.
Oh,
Okay, so wait a
that
second.
called
She says,
learning?
how do I drop that?
I knew it.
Does she really think women like say, "Oh, I'm still a virgin"? Who says that?
Nobody.
Who
Nobody.
says that at 26, I guess is my
Okay.
question.
This dude
even-
nailed it.
That's a red flag.
Like, I've had some really Catholic friends, but they're generally married by that point.
At some point, like, this is a very
They
easy
fucking
solution. Put down the fork and get on a treadmill. Like, that's it. Like, if dudes chase after virgins, all you got to do is just, like, not be fat anymore. And then you'll be able to have sex. It's like,
I
it's not
actually
like
have a
you're...
story.
Yes.
I
This-
accidentally deflowered a girl who I thought was not a virgin.
Accidentally? Oh my god, this is
Oh, no,
awful.
I fucking
Oh
tripped.
God, what is all
Back,
this blood?
back this up. Where did you meet this woman?
We dated, a decade ago or something. We were dating, and I remember like she had kind of a cute.
Yes, we're a lot older than everybody else here, I think. Except I think Manly Chicken
Okay.
is the youngest one.
I'm
Oh,
like
okay, well,
23. I'm a young.
This goes back. She
Oh,
she
you're
said
young and
she had like twee little personality, and she said, "Oh, that was my first kiss when we kissed," and we were 21 or 22. So I thought,
warning flag.
she was gorgeous. She was like, very tall, long hair, just like you were saying what your ideal of beauty was. And she modeled.
Mhm.
I was like, she's just kidding with me,
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a joke. Until it was kind of a mess. It was there. You could tell that was her first time. But yeah, I figured that's actually kind of the best way to go about it, because you don't want to like actually overload a guy with it. It's not his fucking problem. Like, if you want to have sex with a guy, do it. And
Yeah, she's
the virgin part is completely extra information. It doesn't fucking matter.
it's very easy.
Except she'll always remember her first time. That might be a problem for some guys.
You
Like,
romantic
just so you
types,
know.
Wait a second.
This one dude, this one comment summarizes it perfectly. So he quotes it first, saying, like, from the post, saying, "I have since realized I am for sure on the asexual spectrum." And then he replies with, "You should absolutely reconsider this in light of the fact that 1, you're a virgin, 2, you're overweight, 3, you have a negative image of your own body. It sounds like you've used this whole asexual excuse to rationalize why you've never had sex instead of having to tackle your real issues. In fact, I'm almost positive this is the case, given that you said that you say you love intimate contact. So lose some weight, talk to a therapist about your body image. And once you have some self-confidence having sex, it'll be a lot easier. Or self-confidence having sex will be a lot easier."
Honestly, I'm going to guess that if you're overweight or obese, maybe not so much overweight, but if you're obese, that it probably really messes up with the way that hormones are being reabsorbed into your body if you have that much extra fat tissue. So if you lose weight, just physiologically, you'll be able to feel things differently.
Man, that's deep.
Wayo.
I honestly, what do you guys think her Tumblr account is? Like, we need to...
She didn't even have to pay for the service.
I don't know. In other news, water is wet. Like, if you lose weight, you're going to feel better and be more attractive. Okay.
That's too bad. Like, I honestly think that some of these women haven't even gone so far as to know what they look like. So, without even joking, like, generally by this point in your life, you should know exactly what your pants should look like. If you're like if you're basically naked in front of a mirror, you should spend time doing that. It's awkward to say it, but women by that point know everything about themselves, and I feel like this woman has no idea what vaginal area even looks like, she's probably never gotten herself off, which is kind of a sin, except it's probably actually the opposite of a sin. I'm not here for religious convictions. I'm Catholic, but I'm a bad Catholic. It's too bad. I feel like she should probably just get herself a vibrator before anything. As she's losing weight, get herself a vibrator and figure out what she likes.
Combine it all.
As exercise, like you just masturbate the weight off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
like,
I guess skip some rope.
Get some kind of get like a pedal bike or something, like an exercise bike, and like put some kind of Sibby in that you have to power with the exercise bike. So you're going, and in order to get some more juice flowing down there, you have to pedal faster.
I don't know. Maybe I just missed out on how girls get off. Would that work? I feel like just too much distribution of focus. Margaret, this is a question for you.
Well, except I'm not a 26-year-old virgin. So if you were my girlfriend, I would probably suggest that we go down to like a sex shop and just pick out a vibrator for her. I'm like, you just have to get over the jitteriness because your first time is going to be a disaster anyway. Like you're going to remember it forever and it's going to be a disaster. Those are just two true facts of life. So yeah, I would definitely she needs to get to the point where she can get herself off first before she starts going into more dating situations. Where if she it doesn't really look as if she feels up to even talking about sex or sexuality, like even online in a forum where she doesn't have to reveal her name. Like how can she have this conversation with a man that she's interested in?
Hey,
I don't know. This is my opinion of everyone.
Margaret, I just want. Wait, I have to point this out in the chat. Scribble says, Margaret, the Pope says it's okay to flick the bean.
Yes. We
Does
did
he?
it. We finally did it.
It's the new Pope, though. He's a
also
communist.
said, but he also thinks we shouldn't build walls.
Yeah.
And
The
then
Vatican's
insert
surrounded by
picture
one.
of the Vatican.
Somebody's asking me which vibrator would I recommend. I don't know.
Well, you better fucking find out. This is a dating and fight.
Hold on.
It's never really been a concern of mine.
I personally recommend the Pink Rabbit.
I hear that name a lot, but I don't know if it's a meme or if it's something people actually like.
I don't either.
No, you've never seen one?
Well, obviously I've seen them. I just don't really purchase that sort of thing.
They're the most adorable little sex toys.
They're the most adorable vibrators in the whole shop.
Yeah. You just want to love them and kiss them and call them George.
Actually, one of my girlfriends actually reviews vibrators. So I don't know if she's still doing this blog. It seems like her last post was on June 2016. So I'm just going to post that.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
One of my girlfriends is a burlesque dancer, Rosie Rodica. So if you look up Coming Up Rosie, she reviews vibrators and sex toys. So I would go with her. Even though she's not a right winger, she still does the reviews. Good for her.
I like this.
She's also very attractive. So.
Did you see this? Did you fucking see this, Margaret? They offer them new and used. Used.
Like that fucking.
Like new.
It's like
No, that is not like new.
Only been used a few times.
Buys a used vibrator.
I think I know the kind of person who would buy that.
Japanese.
Yeah, that's what I was implying. So I like this little title here on the Coming Up Rosie blog. Small but mighty, and there's a little parentheses T at the end of second T at the end of butt.
Oh yeah, she's a really good burlesque dancer. Definitely would recommend.
What's her name?
Rosie Rodica, but her website is cominguprosie.com.
Observations of an orgasm enthusiast.
Rosie. Wait, how do you spell it?
Rosie Rodica.
Like erotica without the E.
Yeah.
Well, it linked me to the World Tea House when I Google it.
Okay, she blogs a lot from there. So.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. Damn, I need to get after her and tell her to blog more because I'm pimping her website. She lives a few doors away from me. I should go knock on her door sometime and be like, hey.
Have her on as a guest.
Yeah, seriously, if you don't have any recommendations for any of this stuff, it's like we need an expert. We need a dildo expert right now.
That's the thing.
Bring her on.
Yeah, well, maybe we can talk about that afterwards because in 45 minutes we're going to have I guess in an hour from now we're going to have an after-hours stream. So this perhaps called Straight Talk stream, it's going to be continually, I guess, just like archived on YouTube. So this will stay, but the after-hours streams will not. So we can talk about more lewd, horrible things.
I'm excited.
Shit, I forgot that we were being like recorded and watched. Yeah.
This is my life. Every once in a while, I get a strange text from my mom. She's like, "So, what were you wearing in your last video?" I'm like,
You're gonna wash my mouth out with fucking.
You know, my mom sends me messages like that, but people just say it's weird.
I got a good topic for then. My 21 female, my boyfriend, 22 male, 1 year, has an absurd amount of hentai. I don't know how I should feel about it.
You should feel flattered that he's still attracted to you after getting into the 2D. That's what. Before we even get into the article, based on that title, what do the rest of you guys think?
But depends. Does he still use it? I mean, he could just have he could have just forgotten to delete it.
Yeah, my personal opinion is that there's two hobbies that we all have as dudes. One is watching porn and enjoying porn, with your fucking right hand. And then there's another hobby we all have. The other hobby is collecting it. Yeah. The other hobby has nothing to do with it. It's a separate hobby of just archiving it for no fucking reason. I don't know what's wrong with us, but we do that.
Just making sure everybody in the chat understands this, but everybody knows that Jill is your hand, right? Jill. Just saying it.
Oh.
So you're spending some time with Jill.
I thought it was I always used Pamela Henderson. Man, I looked up just as a goof. I looked up anime, and these are all great. My girlfriend of 6 months.
Oh yeah, I never look at anime. I've never seen that sort of thing. I don't watch Cory in the House at all.
Cory in the House. It's not that great. It's a little bit overrated. I'm more of a fan of Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. My girlfriend of 6 months suddenly wants me to give up watching anime. My boyfriend of 9 months is really into anime. A little advice. My girlfriend of why was it reposted twice? My girlfriend's anime geek friends drive me crazy, and frankly, okay. No, we are reading this one next. Can I read this one?
Do it. Yep, go for it.
30 male. My girlfriend's 24 female anime geek friends, male 29 to 34, drive me crazy, and frankly, I want to beat them. Fucking chads, am I right? So I'm kind of a nerd, but not really in an obvious way. I don't have any nerd pride, and I show it off.
Wow, wait a second. This whole thing is it's a chapter book right here. So should we just skim through and read first paragraph and the last maybe 3?
Just a TLDR at the bottom, really.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, just read that.
TLDR is twice the length of any other TLDR that I've seen. TLDR, I'm losing my girlfriend to a bunch of guys who think dressing up like video game characters and basing their whole lives around these kinds of hobbies is an okay thing to do, to the extent that their physical health and working life is sacrificed. The more my girlfriend hangs out with them, the more I'm worried that she's going to become them. She already is in some ways. Who is in the wrong here? And at what point do I just walk away?
What a dick.
Has anyone been to I think I empathize with him. As somebody who's been to a college with tech program, there are people everywhere who fit that description. Today I was walking around and I saw this dude. He had he was holding a Bowser plushie, and he was a college student. He was holding a Bowser plushie everywhere he went, and he had a jacket with all these buttons from video game stuff and anime, and he had a fucking foxtail.
You know what? Wait, what?
That shouldn't be legal in Trump's America.
That should be
I don't
banned.
see
He
why
had a
that
he had
kid
a
shouldn't
fo-
be beaten up immediately.
He had a foxtail on.
Oh yeah.
You got to build a wall around him.
And make him pay for it.
For all the conversation that's happening on there's a buzz on the left about like hyper normalization, like normalizing Donald Trump. I don't know if you guys have seen any of that shit, but like look at what is normalized there.
Yeah.
You can wear a foxtail and carry a Bowser plushie as a fucking what you would call an adult. I really think that we're far enough off the rails, guys. Like,
I don't think there are any rails anymore.
no, way gone.
We're far beyond rails.
Derailed. We're heading to the lake.
We're just floating.
It's like that scene in the Polar Express where they fucking go on that ice pond.
I'm too old to have seen that movie. I apologize.
Same.
I'm disappointed. It's a beautiful, wonderful movie with Tom
Got
Hanks.
Tom
He plays
Hanks,
like
Margaret. Go watch it.
Tom Hanks. He's like 5 people in that movie,
Otum Shank.
and it looks horribly disturbing because it was motion captured CG from like
Yeah, it was in the 90s.
No,
I just have to read this from the comments here. Somebody has a good
the 90s,
Mike Pence thing. Mike, dress like a fox, get some shocks. That's a good one.
Like we are in an age of degeneracy. It's now okay to like fucking go around and like it's okay to tell your kid that oh yeah, you're 5 years old, but it's totally natural that you think that you're a woman.
Oh, younger than that.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah.
But if you say
and they'll put you on the front of a magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have to railroad you guys for a second here.
Okay.
Mike, for affinity, electricity, Pence.
Okay, I got another topic I want to look.
That's high quality.
Uh,
That's high energy right there.
Speaking of degeneracy, did you see the LGBTQ twerk fest outside of his house? That was prior to the inauguration. A bunch of gay people just started.
Chris Chan was talking about that.
Good old Chris Chan. I have him set to like I have to see this post first on my Facebook.
Yeah. Befriend him, become his best friend, and seduce him.
Sometimes I
power.
wish that I hadn't gone the route that I did. I think that I would have made a fantastic liberal plant, but I wouldn't know where to use that. Like, other than for lols.
Well, just come up with a pseudonym.
Target. Megan McClellan?
Not Megan, like something else, because he has a history with Megans.
That's true.
Magdalene.
Why do we both know this?
Because Chris is
Chelsea Falkenberg.
Oh, that's rough. What about Jule? Does he have any history with anybody named Jule?
I don't know. Does he? Here's a good one. 35 male.
Margaret McGuffin.
All right, my 35 male husband has been cheating on me, 25 female, habitually in furry chat rooms.
Oh fuck!
That hurts.
Keep going. These
That's
are
gotta
all.
be soul crushing.
God, yes. God, yes.
We
This
have been,
requires more
Like
wine.
it.
If anybody's watching, now is a good time to have another drink.
we have been together for 4 years, married 3. He works from home and has always been fairly secretive with his work PC. I've been understanding, as I think privacy is important, and want him to feel comfortable in our relationship. Recently, when my PC crashed, I had to use his periodically. Not for anything important, just to have access to a PC. He set up an alt account and has been very careful about signing out when he isn't on. He had a slip-up recently and didn't sign out. I didn't realize initially. Just started to type into the top bar. I was surprised after the first few letters when a chat site popped up. To be honest, I didn't think people still use these. I clicked the link and found myself in a furry wonderland. Links to chats, costumes, cam girls. Looking through his history, I saw lots of visits to sites that cater to furry interests. He had never broached this interest with me, aside from buying me animal hats for winter wear. After a little more snooping, I found
It all makes sense now.
full of girls in furry costumes. I confronted him about it that night, and he confessed to carrying on sexually with girls online. but that since it was all roleplay, that he hadn't actually been unfaithful. He said that he does feel it isn't right. Has tried to stop, but feels unfulfilled otherwise. I have no interest in delving into furry culture. I don't really find the idea of mimicking pretend animals to be anything remotely nearing to a turn on. Also, now I feel like I can't be comfortable in my animal hats, which I love. Check those hats before you put them on. TLDR, husband having online furry affairs. Is this really cheating? I'm really confused by this.
So am I.
Okay, get the fuck out. Leave. Run away and never look back.
I disagree. Why bother? Hey, you're always someone's weird fetish, and you're rarely the weird fetish of the person you're fucking. That's my.
Well, that's kind of true.
I've always wondered why he asked me never to shave.
Wait, sorry, I was talking to my mic and I was muted. I'm like, why is nobody listening to me? Here's the real question here. She's 25 and he's 35, and they've been married for 3 years. Yeah. What is wrong with her that she had to get married to somebody that old? And what is wrong with him that he could not find anybody closer to his age?
Well, wait a minute, Margaret. Really, you think that?
Because he's a furry.
No. Unless he had like a lot of money or something, this does not make sense.
Well, if I dated like a 22-year-old, you'd look down on that.
Well, I think it'd be weird if you were dating them, not married to them.
Well, where are you going with that then?
That's just a strange age difference. They would have gotten married when she was 22 and he was 32.
That is a little.
They would have had to date like at least
dicey.
a year or two beforehand. So she probably would have been 20 when he was 30 when they first met. So that's really what I'm riding on.
They've been together for 4 years. So
I think it's a gray area. That's not a red flag.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
It's not like Onision where you're marrying a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Ew.
What are we going to go for?
Nobody's
Incredibly
Onision.
skinny or incredibly obese?
I'm saying skinny.
Yeah, I
Hold
think
on,
she's
I'm
kind
gonna
of like
flip
a
a
little. I think she's a small
Skinny.
girl. I'm saying like short and like not a lot of meat anywhere.
Yeah, and there's something disturbing about visualizing a fat chick in like a furry hat, and I don't even want to think about it. So
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like if she were more attractive, she probably would have pointed that out. She probably would have said, I already dress really well and I'm in good shape and I do my makeup every day for my husband. I feel like she would have mentioned that if she were attractive to her husband on any other level beyond wearing little
Possibly.
hat stuff all the time. This is somebody who owns many, many animal-themed outfits.
I mean, he probably shouldn't be having like intimate chats with internet strangers. That's
Even
not
furry or
unfaithful, but
not.
it's still.
I don't get the appeal. I think like half of these things on Reddit that I'm clicking through are like someone where it's like they hid something big and key to their sexuality for like 5 years. I don't know why anyone would bother doing that.
Why would you hide anything? If you liked just any number of crazy things that could get you off, why would you wait that long to bring it up in your relationship?
I think people are just afraid. People don't give
Because
others
it's
enough.
fucking weird.
I think people just don't give enough credit to other people. I think that they're afraid that if like, oh, I'm into furry stuff, or oh, I'm into this, I'm into hentai, then they're afraid that their significant other will be disgusted and then immediately break up.
Yeah, I mean, I've had girlfriends where it's like, you know, pretty quickly, like third, fourth date material was like, yeah, I really like getting choked with like this chain. I'm like, okay, you know,
You're
like,
right for the chain. Ugh.
with like a choke chain for like a dog was the one I'm thinking of. But the
I
big
knew
point,
a dude.
Painful.
hey, the big
Deranged.
point is like she didn't wait until we were married to tell me this, you know,
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely acceptable.
or
I-
have me find in
Maybe
her
she's
web browser
Catholic.
history. She was, seems strange.
I knew a dude who was into shitting on girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't live with it.
Why were you friends with this person?
And that bathroom, I could just like, I would need to use the bathroom for an hour, and him and his partner would be in there just peeing on each other.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Margaret, I've told you about the playlist I had to stop someone from having sex. Oh, the bad
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, that was that guy. Like the Macarena and shit. I just turned way up.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love now that I'm older, I can be like, LOL, like, you know, sleeping with somebody playlist. Like nobody cares about that after the age of like 26. I think 25 is like the cutoff for having to need like a playlist if you're bringing like a girl over to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Otherwise,
African
it's just
dream
like-
pop music, you know. Some candles.
Yeah. I play a little Britney Spears.
Here's
I
a
think I could fuck to Britney Spears. I think I could do it. I mean,
Well,
I
it depends on the
Might be a little
song.
too slow.
Don't fuck to sometimes.
I just found it's non-romantic, but I just want to read the title.
Mhm.
My friend, male 20, is an art major. All he does is draw furries. How could I get him to diversify his portfolio?
No, honest to God, he's really smart to do that. Diversifying portfolios work well, but if you want to make money, you draw furry degeneracy. Furry porn is a great place to do it.
Yeah, like what I.
Wait a second. Are we
Mr.
talking about
American.
financial portfolios or?
No, just art portfolio.
That sounded like the JonTron theme song.
Yeah, I was just about to say. It's like, what? Are you watching fucking JonTron? Are we gonna have JonTron on this stream?
Talk about
Yeah.
relationships,
We're gonna
JonTron.
talk about furries.
It
Hey,
always goes
JonTron.
back to the furries.
Hey, John. Thanks for coming on our stream. Now let's talk about furry sex.
I feel like I've had to describe furries to too many important people in my life.
Did I tell you that
Like-
story about the guy who I know whose dad came up to him and was like, son, you know a lot about these things, so I want you to be honest with me. Tell me, are Furbies real?
Oh my god.
And
Wait,
he was
furries
like-
or Furbies?
He said Furbies, but he meant furries.
That's adorable.
Yeah, the most dad thing ever. You know?
My-
She said, yes, Dad, Furbies are real.
So my dad said to me once, hey son, there's a lot of guys online talking about this My Little Pony thing. I want you to stay as far away from that as possible.
Talk to your kids about fucking My Little Pony today.
You can save a
I
life.
would definitely recommend watching My Little Pony if you have a really bad flu and you have to take a really interesting medication to deal with it. If your mind is slightly blasted and you're out of it for like an illness related reason, then My Little Pony is great because everything is colorful and has big eyes and everything's okay. But other
Isn't
than
that
that, I don't know.
That's everything when you're on drugs.
I guess I don't really get to participate that often. My ecosystem is too sensitive for me to abuse
I'm gonna
drugs.
counterpoint that. Watch The Human Centipede instead.
No, I never have, never will.
Everything will have big eyes and be all glowy.
Nothing comes out of my back end, so if I ever get involved in a human centipede, the person tied to the back of me is going to be happy, but then they will die.
Well, oh yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll be
Yeah.
the best death possible.
Yeah, starvation as opposed to
Well, then you get to eat
the other
ass.
thing.
You
Wait,
get to
what,
eat ass with none of the negatives. Unless you're into that thing.
I really want to contact somebody. I just had a question. I'm going to like message a doctor I know. Because wouldn't you breathe, like mouth breathe into the other person's butt?
No, well, you
wouldn't
can
that cause complications eventually?
Well, I assume maybe they somehow disconnected the mouth to the. It probably doesn't make any sense.
You probably have to constantly pump all of them full of antibiotics.
Well, they die at the end. They one of them dies. The middle one dies from the end one dies from eating too much shit.
There's no nutritional content. By the time it exits your body, there's nothing nutritional about it.
The entire thing, the entire Human Centipede movie, I read up on it. It started out as a joke. Like the dude who wrote it said, "Hey, wouldn't it be hilarious if pedophiles, as a punishment, had to have their mouths stick to trucker ass?" And then apparently the surgery is medically accurate, but that's not really saying much. I can make a scenario where everybody has their hands stitched together, and that would be medically accurate.
I was
Maybe
looking at the furry our relationships thread that we were reading before, and I looked at the most controversial comment, and the most controversial comment says, "Laugh my ass off."
That kind of sounds like the least controversial anything
Yeah.
anybody could have written.
I agree with that comment, though. LMAO. It's the only
just
thing you
gonna-
can say to that.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Hard not
I'll
to
be
laugh.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to take 5.
What did I miss? Yeah, my girlfriend called. Did I miss anything?
No, we're just talking about furries, and then we're talking about the human centipede.
Oh, Jesus. The first one?
I don't know. I haven't watched them. As somebody
I mean,
who's already
they're
had
all
enough,
bad.
I've had enough intestinal surgery. I don't need to watch any more of that.
Yeah, that has to really be nightmare fuel for you.
Oh yeah, it's
That's got to be the worst.
yeah, it's pretty bad. I'd like. It's odd watching any of these movies. I'd be like, well, you get a lot of adhesions and scar tissue from a surgery like that, and then this would happen. And they'd have like a B12 deficiency because of this. And blah, blah, blah. I think that I would be too medically minded if I watched it.
They say it's 100% medically accurate, which I don't even know how you get to put that label on your movie.
I would disagree with that because your body is generally incredibly efficient at taking out all the calories and water and salt and necessary vitamins and minerals you need from everything that goes in you.
About the medically accurate thing, I said this a couple minutes ago, but it's just stitching some dude's head to your ass. It's not really like it doesn't have to work. It doesn't even work in the movie. Like the person on the end fucking dies because they don't get enough nutrition or they eat shit too much or some shit or something. It's medically accurate because you're just cutting off someone's lips and stitching their mouths to people's asses. Like there could be a movie where I stitch people's feet together, and that becomes its own thing. And that's like medically accurate.
I found another degenerate article to read here.
Thank God.
Yeah, so it's from 4 months ago. It says, me, 22 female with my boyfriend, 22 male of 3 years. I think he's a furry and I'm not sure how I should feel or approach this. It says, okay, so I've been dating my boyfriend, Cody. Yeah. First off, referring to your boyfriend as Cody on Reddit makes me think back to the poor Labrador retriever. Poor Cody. Okay, so I've been dating my boyfriend, Cody, since the beginning of community college.
Oh,
that is
great.
the first red flag.
Oh,
great.
joy.
College, fantastic. I met him at school in the school's rec room, and we connected over super nerd stuff. A few months of being friends, and he asks me out. He's a really cool, open-minded person, and he's pretty good-looking, so I said sure. So far, it's been the best relationship I've ever had. Maybe the first one. After we got our AAs at school, all that means, we decided to move in together since we're going to university and all. Wait a second, lady. You're going to community college, not university.
Yeah.
Because of how we live together, we got a better idea of how we each live, and to be honest, I have no major complaints. We share chores, clean up our own messes, shop together when work allows. We've got something really good going, and we're really each other's best friend. Now on to the issue. Brace yourselves. Yesterday morning, I was in the shower while he was on his laptop before school. So everyone knows. We share a bedroom, and he keeps his laptop in a desk in our room. He doesn't take it to school since he's more of a pen and paper note taker. Anyway, he yelled that he was leaving for class while I was showering. I yelled, okay, and said, love you, and all that. So I get out of the shower, dry off, all that, and head to the bedroom to get dressed, and I turn around to see his laptop open with screen on. Now, this isn't weird since we trust each other around our stuff, but I was caught a little off guard by the fact that there was furry art on his browser. This was pretty much porn. Now, I'm not against porn or anything.
Furry is porn.
I watched some myself, but I've never once seen him take interest in anything furry related. He's never talked about it, and we are very open about our sexual preference. Our apartment is very kinky and very non-judgmental.
What?
So Reddit, my
what that
issue
apartment
is
looks like.
probably smells bad. How do I approach this? I've thought about this for a while. I'm not against him liking it, but it just seems a bit weird with this attraction to animal characters. Mind you, I don't think he's into anything illegal or taboo, but I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it and bringing it up with him. I don't touch his computer, so I doubt he knows that I saw it since I went to work after he left. I don't want to embarrass him or confront him for no reason, but I've got the sense of doubt and confusion. on why he wouldn't share this with me. TLDR, I saw furry porn on my brother's laptop. Oh, sorry, boyfriend's laptop.
Boyfriend and brother.
That'd be 10 times worse. I saw furry porn on my boyfriend's laptop, and I don't know how to deal with it and talk to him about it.
I don't know. For some reason, it feels like it would be the other way around. Like you don't realize until it's too late that the girlfriend isn't a furry porn, because there's always a catch, you know, with like the hot nerd girl gamer. There's always.
I have to read the top comment here. It says, "Yo, you live in Houston, Texas? There is a Cody the Kodiak bear at our local furry group. Tell him my boys are fixing to break his damn kneecaps."
And the person that wrote the comment is called Sassy Drag Queen.
Did he make a throwaway account just for this?
I don't know.
No, but I think the original poster did furry boy friend advice.
Oh yeah, there's nothing else. There's only one post by that sassy drag queen guy.
Damn.
Sassy drag queen.
So yeah,
Isn't that
speaking
drag
of
queens in
completely
Texas?
off rails, they just referred to like being into furries as not taboo.
Yeah,
That is
I
very
was thinking
taboo. That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
It's America.
I was
What
just
is
one of my
taboo?
friends. One of my friends who's listening just sent me a link to April Furs Day on Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Ew.
I have to read
Yeah.
this. So April Furs Day on Encyclopedia Dramatica says, like most 4chan memes, April Furs Day originated in the Something Awful forums. In this case, a rerun of the comedy Lolocaust. And usually it was both as successful and as funny as the second time around. On the 1st of April 2005, visitors to 4chan were shocked to see a new board added to the normal list, Fur, a board dedicated exclusively to furry art and porn. Mainly porn.
fucking
Stuck
moot.
at the top of the board, shone a post claiming that the mods had created Fur to stop the posting of furry shit in B, and a request for patience. The mods were new to all this furry stuff. Despite much pissing and moaning from B-tards, Fur quickly became the most active board, and hundreds of pictures of multi-penis dragons with shitting dick nipples being posted every minute. I think I'm gonna guess where this goes here from now. Yeah,
Multi-penis
most
what?
dragons. This is why like on this podcast, this is just unequivocally degenerate. Most people assume this is just an April Fool's Day joke by the admins designed to generate lulls and drama, and that the board would disappear back into the depths of the internets when the day ended. They were wrong.
I don't know. I think this is just moot trying to say something.
This is actually, I really hope that they talk about B-Day at the end of this article. It says, the second day of April saw the young furry board still alive and well, prompting another wave of whining in B and another round of homosexual vor, werewolf pictures, and fur. Some of the newly validated furries went so far as to make gloating posts in B, utilizing the awesome power of all caps. For B-tards who attempted to flood fur with guru and similar images, the moderators met them with bannings, suggesting that not only was fur here to stay, but that its moderators weren't playing around. Other kin and baby fur also rejoiced as the era of persecution at 4chan appeared to be over.
The
On
4chan
the
Civil War.
3rd of, on the 3rd of April, fur was removed, and every single person that had posted in it was banned. Even the well-meaning B-tards who had taken up arms against the furry menace. In one stroke, 4chan had cleansed most of its furry population, as well as generating huge amounts of lulls at their expense. Good job, mods. GG indeed. April Furs Day cut the level of furry activity in 4chan down to almost nothing for several months. Unfortunately, it also led directly to the creation of the furry-only image board, F-chan. Yeah, that was in 2005, and then in 2006, they did something really similar on B-Day. 4chan used to spend a lot of time and effort into getting rid of furries.
You're doing God's work.
Yeah,
They really are.
I've been out of the loop on like the 4chan culture for a while, and now I just want to fucking kill
me too.
myself. Like, thanks a lot.
4chan is worth spending a lot of time on.
Oh God.
Says
Well, it
Margaret.
was.
What?
So I got a great little. This is going to disgust everyone, but
Post
it was
it.
so disgusting it was deleted. Somebody in the chat posted a quote about the title. So I, 17 female, accidentally found my dad's not suitable for work throwaway account. Found out he's into father-daughter incest, amongst other things. Not
Oh.
and then
That's
there's no like actual post because it was redacted. So let me see if I can find the archive of this.
when you have an actual child, that fetish just like has to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. It shouldn't exist anyway.
No one with an actual child has that fetish because they hate them.
I found a great post. It's, while you're looking up the archive of the post, me, 26 male, with my girlfriend, 25 female, and her weird Nazi fetish. She wants you to dress up like an SS officer during sex.
That's hot. That's so fucking hot.
That's actually
Fucking
not as odd as
fucking alt-right.
Yeah, it's alt-right craziness. So it says here, this came up last night, and I've had a hard time getting a grip on it since. I'm just going to say it outright. My girlfriend is Jewish, and I'm Catholic. I've been going steady with my girlfriend for 2 years now. I honestly love her. We've been through a lot of trauma, and I really have grown through it. We've always had sex a little on the kinky side, handcuffs, that sort of thing. It's not that kinky. But lately, my girlfriend has been wanting to take it to the next level, and we agreed roleplay could be kind of fun. I asked her what her biggest fantasy is, and she said that she used to masturbate to a fantasy that she was getting tortured by a Nazi. She said that she'd really like it if I could dress up like an SS officer and force her to have sex. This really makes me uncomfortable, and I can't do that.
Wait a sec.
Yeah?
Wait a second. The girl is Jewish?
Yes.
I'm sorry if I'm not funny, but I do.
No, this makes perfect sense. It makes fucking perfect sense. Like I said, Margaret, you know, like if it weren't for your people, those Catholics, we wouldn't have all the best fetishes. It's whatever's taboo.
Yeah, whatever we don't want people to talk about.
Yeah,
it's
hot, you know?
So this guy is wondering if he's overreacting and he's not sure if he can continue the relationship. Is this harmless or does she need counseling?
My take is this guy is a total fucking pussy.
Both.
And he called it going steady, and that's a real crime right there.
That's very 50s.
Yeah, no, this guy is way too innocent for this girl, and she should go find a guy who's
How
not
old is he?
He is 26 and his girlfriend is 25.
She should date a real man like Aaron.
Yeah, someone who's going to dress up like a Nazi.
Like if you went into a sex store, would they just sell SS uniforms? I've never looked into where to get one.
They
probably have it like as a costume or something on a shop.
Yeah,
that's not on Amazon because it'd get taken down. But
no, they sell them at sex shops. I mean, like that's a very common fetish actually because it's the most authoritarian uniform you can have. Yeah, it's like a cop times on steroids. A cop on steroids is a Nazi.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
So if you like getting like owned and dominated, then like yeah, Nazis are going to be like where you wind up when it gets hardcore enough.
But they're also German, which isn't very sexy.
What? Oh no, because German guys are ugly.
What?
The German girls are beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's not up to me. It's not up to me. I don't get to make the decision.
Okay, I got a good one.
Instead of getting an SS uniform, can't you just put her in the shower and have sex there?
Holy shit. I got to railroad you guys for someone
terrible.
in the fucking chat here dropped a bomb here.
Railroadies.
Zyklon BDSM. That is amazing.
It's kind of fun. It's funny in kind of a sweet way. We all know our World War II history, and we all know the history of the Holocaust. Which if we didn't know the history of what actually happened, then we would not be able to make such jokes. So it's kind of funny in its own little way.
Well, I'm Jewish, remember?
Yeah,
I am.
It's 50% Jewish in here right now.
Yeah, we were half Jews here.
Wait, are you guys all Jew?
I'm a Jew.
I'm a Jew.
I'm a Christian. I don't care though. You know, whatever.
Yeah, I'm Catholic. My grandfather killed a lot of Nazis, so I guess.
Jews don't care.
Fuck yeah.
It's kind of part of being Jewish.
It depends on the person, though. Some people get really touchy about that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm on the West Coast. We're like way less Jewish. We don't go to temple or anything.
It's because you're afraid of going east for anything. You learned your lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's this going? Going east. Maybe I'll wait for the next train. No.
I found the best title. Boyfriend had porn anime picture / comics of flat-chested underage anime girls. Is this normal?
Ooh.
Normal where? You have to think about the population that you're getting the
It's from 5 years ago, but I just like that.
Yeah, we're talking moral relativism here. Is it normal?
So anyways, I'm 18, he's 22, and we've been dating for around a year. He's a pretty active poster on this site. I found a topic he made. Basically, in the topic, he and some of his friends talk about swing-worthy topics and pictures. The majority of these pictures being pictures of underage anime girls who look like they're 12. My BF is really into the anime scene, BTW. Well, anyways, he claims that he just has those pics and comics because he found their expressions cute. But if it's just cute, then why would he talk about them being hot / sexy and arousing? Plus, these are like pictures of what look like little kids. Is this kind of thing normal? This is my first relationship, so I'm not sure what to think. You poor flower.
Obama's America.
This
Yeah,
is like,
so 5 years ago, so yeah, it is.
are you guys picturing what I'm picturing though? Like when he's like, this guy's confronted with it. This is like the first thing he spits out of his mouth. Like the worst excuse ever. Oh, I just found their facial expressions cute.
Oh no! He found he thinks they have cute mouths.
I'm picturing like a politician, just like word salad coming out of their mouth. They're confronted with all the child porn they have. Like it's art. I swear.
It's so odd. I've looked after like a lot of young children. Like I've done a lot of babysitting, and like whenever I'm there with like my little like 2-year-old that I'm in charge of, I'm just like, oh, like if anybody ever tried to hurt you, like I'm pretty sure I could kill them. Like that's kind of I think that's more like the feminine thought that goes through your head, where, you know, people say, oh, you know, with mama bears, they're the ones who are most likely to kill you. I think the feminine instinct is if you're taking care of a child that you actually enjoy, you're like, yeah, if somebody ever broke into this house and tried to do anything to you, I would end their life.
So like,
it's very odd to see the male perspective versus the women who are like, if anybody ever tried to hurt you, adorable little child, like I would break them. I would ruin them.
I like the first comment. 50 points. You're going to discover that there is no normal when it comes to sex. Everyone has their own kinks and turn-ons, and they vary widely.
Oh, there is a normal. There's definitely a normal. There is definitely a normal.
I can't judge too much on the post alone, but I'm going to go with it's not that big a deal. Uh-oh.
I don't know. I mean, we need normal, otherwise we don't have like actual weird kinky fetishes or whatnot. Things are taboo and sexy to us because there is a normal. If there is no normal, then you know that's how fucking we get furries. You want furries? Mm-hmm. That's how you get furries.
Somebody's got to be milquetoast.
Exactly. And then usually it's the Catholics holding down the fort on that one. So weird to have Margaret here.
we try to keep things sane.
Is were we supposed to separate this into like the lewd stream?
Oh yeah, we're probably getting there, aren't we?
Oops.
Well, we have 5 more minutes of the normal stream here, and then afterwards we're getting into the after-hours stream.
This is normal.
This is normal. This is normal now.
Oh,
I don't think I even want to know what's going to be in the other stream.
I'm just gonna.
Neither do I.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but it'll still be right wing, which is going to be the funniest part about it.
That's great.
So what have we learned today? That furries are strange no matter how you cut it.
And some people think that some people think lolly porn is completely okay.
I think like half of Reddit relationships is people finding out about their partner's really weird fetish like years in. And it doesn't really matter what the fetish is because the advice is always like, how did you get here? How?
Here's a good one. This should be the last one. I, 37 female, am living with my nephew, 24 male, and his partner, 24 female, transgendered, accidentally walked in on them making thought things I shouldn't have. What should I do?
Join a convent.
You kind of either need to jump into the bed, like get in the mix with them, or join a convent. You don't really have like, you're not going to just go, get coffee after
I'm
that.
imagining the classic comic meme from like with the dude with the black hair and like the girl with the red hair, and she's like, "Before we make love, I need to show you the real me."
That guy lives in my city. If you want to know how awful my teeny tiny little Canadian city is, that guy lives here. That's what I'm up against.
Get him on the stream.
God, no.
Can you bring
But
Frankie McDonald on? Bring Frankie. Get Frankie to talk about sex with us.
Frankie McDonald?
Yeah.
My roommate knows him. Because
Yeah,
this is
bring him
Canada.
on.
Everyone knows everyone.
I love Frankie. He's beautiful.
But so this stream will be over in a few minutes, and then we're going to take a 10-15 minute break and then have our after hours stream.
I mean,
So-
what are we going to get to? Like, seriously, we kind of pushed the envelope here already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out.
But we're just going to open up the Google Hangout to everybody else, so it'll give us all time to have something else to drink, run to the bathroom.
Any hot strippers? Be sure to tell them about this. We need as many hot sex as possible.
I'm going to go get a whiskey right now. That's where we're at.
So, Margaret,
Yes.
I have not gained a single Twitter follower from this. I'm a little disappointed.
Well, tell them to follow you on Twitter, on the Twatter.
I did.
Everybody follow my twat at manly_chicken. Somebody made Valentine's cards featuring Onision that I might actually use. Roses are red, violets are blue. Join me in my basement or I'll publicly harass you.
Wow.
Well, that's fantastic. Ian, you should definitely get on this, get on the after hours stream. But I think that it's time for the rest of us to say goodnight, and we will be back here in 15 minutes.
If you're under
So write
18,
me on
please log off.
Yeah, it's going to be horrific from now on. So DM me on Twitter if you have the link for it. It's just going to be a shit show.
Okay.
Well, it's been fun.
It's been very, very fun.
Yes. Good night, all.
Neat.
Good night, everybody. Be good. Come back here in 15 minutes. We will have even more fun.